What's going on? What's up, Dub Nation? It's your man C Dougie with my guy Uncle Quan. It's another week. We took a week off last week. Week 8 is finally here. We're coming off our bye. Definitely looking forward to another great night of football. Have the Buffalo Bills versus our division rival, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams are coming off a surprising loss. Buccaneers losing to New England in New England, and unfortunately, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could be in first place right now in the NFC South, but they lost to the Atlanta Falcons. So another week, ready for some more football, ready to talk about it with my guy, Uncle Quan, man.
Let's get into it.
Go ahead and tell the people what's up, Uncle Quan.
What is up, everybody, man? What be going on? Appreciate y'all pulling up to the chat, man. While you are in here, make sure you hit that like button. It helps us get on the good side of the algorithm. Subscribe to my guy, What's Up, Doug. We're trying to get him to 1K, man. Y'all go ahead and run it up for this man. Get this man to 1K. Let's go ahead and get this shit going, man. I'm excited, man. Let's go ahead and get into these takes tonight.
Yes, sir. Like I said, we already got some people already in there. We got our guy Koontz. Koontz, hopefully you can pull up right before the game. That's one of our JPG members. That's my bit Sarge. That is a huge Buffalo Bills fan. I got PPP, our guy Demetrius already in here. We got Jamari Mayfield. Definitely appreciate you, man. Definitely supporting Quan and myself. Austin Wright, one of our go-to guys as well, man. Definitely been supporting since A1 day one. So
shout out to Austin, man. Austin had pulled up to the gaming channel the other day.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Like I said, that's my guy right there. That is my guy right there. So let's get into it, Quan. Like I said, man, it's week 8. The season is going by. You know me, I'm a basketball head too. So this is a great time for me. I got NBA in the back room and NFL in the front room. So it's definitely in the middle of the season. As we know, you have 17 weeks for teams to play. So you're right in the middle of the thick of things where teams are definitely pulling away. Some teams are trying to figure out what they're going to do. And some teams are already ready to hit the trade deadline and get ready for a rebuild. So for the Bills, like I said, the Bills have been up and down for me, man. I thought, you know, even with game 1 when they played Aaron Rodgers, when Aaron Rodgers went down with the Achilles, I just felt that something was not right with this particular team, man. Then for the way they lost to New England last week, I know how New England has been. I've seen New England in person. It shocked me that they lost to New England, regardless of how you feel about Bill Belichick. Also, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers losing to the Atlanta Falcons. Quan just said, Doug, can you believe the Atlanta Falcons are in first place right now?
First place, y'all. They're first place.
Like first place for me is like,
oh man,
like nobody thought Baker Mayfield would do the way produce the way he did so far, even though it's been up and down. Baker has looked like old Baker to a lot of people, but I never thought that they'll be winning games like they are currently right now. So for me, it's either Josh Allen and his offense will start clicking, or Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, and the stingy Tampa Bay defense will go into Buffalo and steal a game on Thursday night.
I mean, where I'm at with it, man, I mean, we can't forget about Buccaneers defense. That's my only thing with that's really the big challenge for the Buffalo Bills tonight. I mean, how can they go against this defense? Defense is pretty stingy for the most part, at least for the most part. And like you said, man, Baker Mayfield has surprised a lot of us. Nobody expected the Buccaneers to just come in here winning and stuff like that. I thought they was going to be tanking for Caleb Williams. Honestly, right. If you go on What's Up Doug's channel and you look up, you know, one of those videos that we did with the schedule prediction, we had Buccaneers not winning anything, man. We had pretty much thinking it up, tanking for Caleb Williams. But here we are. They're pretty much what, second or third in the division. I mean, they have a couple of wins on the schedule. So, I mean, it is what it is. Hey, this game is up. It's a toss-up, really, because like you said, the Bucs have been up and down. They've been very inconsistent. They blew out Miami, one of the most, high-scoring teams in the league. And then, you know what I'm saying, they got losses to who was it?
The Jags. They lost to Jacksonville Jaguars over the
Jags. That's it.
They lost to the Jets, like we said, week 1, and they just had another divisional loss against the New England Patriots last week.
Exactly. So it's really going to be a toss-up tonight. I mean, I think the Bills got it tonight. They got home field advantage. So I'm expecting the Bills to be able to run with it. But then again, you just don't know. You don't know what these two teams are pretty much unpredictable. But I mean, hell, let's see if we can get a good game tonight, man.
Hopefully we can, man. Like I said, it has been a up and down type season any given Sunday with certain teams. Who would have thought, we're just going to go back a little bit. The Baltimore Ravens will obliterate the Detroit Lions at the way
Yeah,
they
man.
did.
Yeah.
So, like we said, it's any given Sunday, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Our team is sitting right now at 0-6. It's any given Sunday. You have players going down left and right. So it's either you refocus, you readjust after the bye, or you put last games behind you and you move forward. And I think a lot of teams have to do that going forward because it's kind of wide open if you really think about it. Look at what Minnesota did on Monday night, beating the San Francisco 49ers the way that they did. So I'm just looking forward to a good game, like my guy Quan said. Also, throughout the show, we will pull up prize picks. Shout out to our JPG group. We are going to do a live ticket. I know a lot of people are doing prize picks, and again, it's a prime time. You got a lot of football, college, and now you got NBA joining as well, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to Buffalo. I'm pulling for Buffalo. It helps Carolina. They only have 3 wins right now. I think if we can pull 3 wins right now, I think Carolina will be in a good seat, possibly in the South. But these next 3 games are important, and they're winnable games for our team, man. We just have to execute and do our job.
Thanks. Oh, shit. My bad, man. My bad, man.
No, you good. You good. So while we, wait for the game to break down and more coverage and score predictions, Quan and myself are gonna display a picture. And if you are in the chat, please have some type of input for us so we can hear what you guys have to say about this. So 2 key receivers that everybody knows has on fantasy teams. Both of these receivers have been producing numerous 1,000-yard seasons since they've been in the league. Those 2 gentlemen are Stephon Diggs and Mike Evans. And who's the better receiver is the caption on the bottom left if you cannot see it. It says, who's the better receiver? Meaning for me, for the career-wise, who's the better receiver, Mike Evans or Stephon Diggs? And I'm going to let Quan go first, and then I give my piece on who I think the better receiver is, man.
First of all, man, these are 2 great receivers. I mean, these are the 2 guys that can be in the Hall of Fame later down the road in the future, man. I think not to take away anything from these 2 gentlemen. I mean, again, they are stellar players, hell of a receiver. I mean, Stephon Diggs got some of the best route running I've ever seen from any receivers, man. One of maybe like 5 of them that I really like when it comes to route running. But Mike Evans brings something different to the table. I mean, you're talking about giving him any type of quarterback, and he can still put up 1,000 yards consecutively, year after year after year. Mike Evans got it, man. I mean, Mike Evans got a hell of a catch radius. He's very productive. I mean, he's always healthy. I mean, I don't think I ever seen a report with Mike Evans being out of a game. So he's very productive, always healthy, always available. You know what I'm saying? You in trouble, toss it up. Mike Evans is out there somewhere. He's that kind of guy. I mean, Stephon Diggs also has a hell of a catch radius as well. But I feel like if I had to pick between these 2 gentlemen to be on my franchise, I would probably pick Mike Evans, man. He's reliable. And I mean, he's a dog, man. He's a dog. He's hard to not like, man.
Hey, I was over here smiling. I can't wait till that new season of Coach Prime comes out on Amazon Prime on December 7th. If you guys have not watched that first season, it was a great season when he was at Jackson State. I already know how people feel. We all drunk the Kool-Aid. We all drunk the Kool-Aid, thought Colorado was going to be something, but we also have to understand it is a process. You have to adjust. For me, with this particular question, I look at both of their careers. Both of them have had poor quarterback play. Some have been consistent lately, but when you look at it, Diggs had the same problem that Mike Evans had. He didn't have a great quarterback in the beginning of his career. And people do not know Mike Evans, regardless of what Stephon Diggs has been able to do lately, Mike Evans still has, I think, is it over 600 more yards than Stephon Diggs, and he's sitting at already 10,000 career receiving yards. So for me, I think it's Mike Evans as well. I'm not going to say the same points that Quan said because it'll just be rebuttal and vomiting at the mouth of repeating what he said. But when you look at the quarterback play, what he had to endure all those years in Tampa Bay, we had to see this man double the time each year in our division. I will say currently now, I think Stephon Diggs is more of a problem than Mike Evans. I will say currently, but as a career, as a whole, what you see, what Mike Evans was able to do as a career-wise, Mike Evans is the better receiver. But if we're talking in a 2 to 3 year span, Stephon Diggs is the better receiver because of his quarterback play. But again, we're not, when you go to the Hall of Fame, like Quan said, they're not looking at 3 years, they're looking at your whole career. So I think for me, both of them will be in the Hall of Fame. But I think Mike Evans, if you ask me who will be a first ballot, I will put my money on Mike Evans. It's like I said, it's shocking with this matchup. They're both targeted. I definitely want to see how this coverage is going to go with both defensive coordinators. You got Todd Bowles and you have our old defensive coordinator, Sean McDermott, how both of them are going to game plan for both of these dynamic wide receivers. Like I said, you have a lot of firepower in the running back and the wide receiver position on both teams. But again, it's going to be who can stop who on which side of that ball. Is it going to be Tampa Bay or is it going to be the Buffalo Bills? So,
hey, real quick, Doug, you seen what Prize Pick did?
You talking about
update for Friday?
Yeah, I'm
ready.
I'm ready.
I'm probably a little late.
No, you good. Like I said, if people have downloaded Prize Picks, you can get props up to 6 props, 10 times your money, 2 times your money, 5 times your money. Like I said, Quan and myself are going to pull up a ticket here right after our second topic that we're going to talk about. And I already put a little something on it because I'm ready for Flex Friday tomorrow to really, utilize what they're talking about doing now. I'm ready to see how that was going to translate into me either staying with Prize Picks or me going to another platform and utilizing them as my go-to going into the season. So our second prop, me and my guy Quan will definitely be at Bank of America Stadium on Sunday for the Hall of Honor game. We're inducting Julius Peppers and Musa Muhammad into the Carolina Panthers Hall of Fame. I definitely been looking forward to this game, even with our losses. I knew the crowd was going to be there and the matchup as well, man, which we're going to get into a little bit later as well. And the question I have on this one is Julius Peppers a first ballot Hall of Famer? And for me, I say bona fide yes. When you look what he was able to do in his prime, and even what he was able to do whenever people say he was kind of past his time, Julius Peppers was a generational talent, just like where you have these, J.J. Watt, people say, the Lawrence Taylors. I think Julius Peppers is Mr. Carolina Panthers football, regardless of what people say with Cam Newton, whatever at Steve Smith. But when you think of Carolina Panthers football, the person that comes to mind is Julius Peppers. Exactly. And to this day, you still can't forget about Musa Muhammad. He still holds the record for the longest touchdown in Super Bowl history. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely eager. Hopefully, Quan, now we are going to be up bright and early Sunday, headed to the stadium. Hopefully, we're able to run into some players, run into somebody, be able to see them close up. I know we are close, but close up to take a picture. But I am definitely excited to head back home to another home game, to be in the bank and experience this Hall of Honor game. And I'm definitely looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, man, I can't wait. I mean, I'm glad to be in the building to celebrate these two gentlemen. I mean, I grew up watching them, so this means a lot for, Panthers fans all across the league, man. So I'm happy to be in there, man. Me and Doug gonna be in there. Yes, it's an 0 start, to our season with the Panthers, but all that is behind us now. After the bye week, I troll all the time. I talk shit about our Panthers, but in the end, man, it's all love. I'm not going nowhere. I'm a Panthers fan to the day I go. And then even after that, in the afterlife. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. I'm going to be turned regardless. I'm going to be cheering my boys on. And we're going to be lit in there, man. So if you guys are pulling up to the game, please do link with us, man. Find us on Twitter. Hell, even comment on the random video on YouTube, man. We'll find you. If y'all want to link, tailgate, whatever it is, man, please do hit us up, man. It's going to be a nice little game. It's going to be electric in there. At least I'm hoping it is. And again, man, celebrating Julius Peppers and Musa Muhammad. These two guys are legendary, man. Unfortunately, Musa Muhammad might not be first ballot Hall of Famer, but Julius Peppers definitely is, man. Julius Peppers has got that in the bag. He's got records that he got career records that I think he has
I'm looking it up. Keep talking, Quan. I got
you. Sacks, the most interceptions and sacks from any defensive end. So it's just crazy records that Julius Peppers has, and then of course you got Moose, who has the most receiving yards in the game in the Super Bowl, man. So I'm excited to see this, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be lit, man.
So just whenever I type in Julius Peppers, it says he's a 9-time Pro Bowler. Peppers played 17 seasons, ranked 6th all-time among defensive players with 266 career games. He's the only player in the NFL. Again, he is the only player in the NFL history with 150 sacks and 10 or more interceptions. Finished his career ranked 4th in the NFL with 159.5 career sacks. So again, like we said, I definitely think with him having that record of that many sacks and interceptions and being the only defensive player to do it, I definitely think he has to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Has to be, no questions asked. Has to be. What's going on, Queen? I definitely, like I said, I'm really hoping we get out there. I don't care if we out there at the break of dawn or crack of dawn. Like I said, I mean, I'm so ready for this game, regardless. For me right now, I'm saying win or lose. I know on Sunday I'm gonna be hyped, ready for us to get that dub. I know everybody is gonna be there because these two men, again, like I said, Julius Peppers is what Carolina Panthers football is.
Exactly.
Koontz, I'm gonna drop the link if you want to pull up, man. Talk about your boys. Like I said, I already know you are a Buffalo Bills fan. Anybody else that wants to pull up, definitely hit that link. We will have you join the live with us as well, man. So Quan, right when we're talking about that now, we can go ahead and jump into prize pits. Let me go ahead and hit that tab.
Yeah, I'm putting together a ticket now.
Okay.
Shout out to the chat, man. We got 12 people up in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Again, if you just now pulling up, hit the subscribe. We're trying to get my man CW to 1,000, man. So y'all definitely get this thing jumping. Shout out to Queen T. I appreciate you pulling up. Shout out to Sir Lance. I see you in there, man. Shout out to kicking it with Koontz. Shout out to Koontz, man. Hey, shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to all y'all. T. Thompson, I see you, man. Jamar, I see you. PPP, I see you, man.
So, my ticket that I already went into, I look and Koontz got me laughing. He said, "Don't put your money on the Bills." Yeah. I already know what he mean by that.
Nah, but for stay away from that, man.
Did they take him off?
These punts are looking juicy too.
So I was looking at punts too, but I'm looking at James Cook, one player that I definitely like. If you look at how the games went against the Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars, they were behind. They had to play catch up. I do think James Cook is going to have a great game. And I also think he's going to score a rushing or receiving touchdown. So I do think he will clear that 13 fantasy points. Another one that I have been getting bit by because I've been taking it so much is a field goal in the first quarter. I do think we will get one this week. I know how Buffalo has started out slow. They might go for it on 4th down a couple of times, but I do think we will get a field goal in the first quarter tonight. Then I'm going to go with Stephon Diggs targets, man. He needs 11 targets.
There you go.
Where did the NFL go? Receiving targets. If you look at his targets, he's only has not eclipsed this against Miami, which means we know how Miami defense was covering him as well. And he has eclipsed 10.5 targets throughout the whole season, except for one game. Then I have a combination right here for a scoring touchdown for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Chris Godwin and Rachaad White. If we look at what Saquon Barkley was able to do against his defense, we see what Rashad Stevenson was able to do against this Buffalo Bills defense. I do think either one of these gentlemen will get that cleared for you tonight as well. Then I have something that I'm hoping. I definitely think this is a stretch, but I also think it can work out. It's passing yards combined, 500. I do not think that Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen will go over 500 passing yards tonight combined. I think that is a tough task, and I definitely did take a less. I like taking higher tickets, but I definitely could not let this go away with taking lower than both of them going for 500 combined passing yards, man. Quan, you got anything that you want to share with What's Up, Doug, and our JPG group members that are in here?
Yeah, man, I just cooked up a ticket. I'm still cooking up another one. That's why I'm kind of looking down from my screen. But
Okay.
hey, shout out to Prize Picks, man. Prize Picks has been shout out to JPG. First of all, JPG is our sports community chat where we, we talk about our sports props pretty much on a daily. So if y'all want extra advice, when we get deep into it, we talk on the chat all the time, man. So if y'all want in on that, y'all hit us up. But the ticket that I cooked up, man. Also, real quick, I brought up the Flex Friday. So they made an adjustment with Flex Friday. If you are familiar with Prize Picks, y'all know what Flex Friday is. They adjusted it to the point where you don't have to play players that's playing on Friday. So the rule was anybody that's playing on Friday, you had to be active that day for it to be a flex. Now they're doing it to where it don't matter if they're playing that same night or not. So they you can basically put in a ticket for Sunday on a Friday, and then you can get your money back if it blows. So shout out to Prize Picks for doing that. I was hoping they would do that at the beginning of NFL season, but hey, we here now. So let's go ahead and get into the ticket, man. I got Josh Allen for his pass attempts. He's going for 34 tonight. I went over on that. Baker Mayfield is going for 35 pass attempts. He's going over on that. Latavius Murray, he's going for 7 rush attempts. I went under on that. Mike Evans going for 9 reception targets. Oh, I didn't know he was going to pull it up. Okay.
Yeah. He said Latavius Murray. Okay.
Yep. For under on those rush attempts.
All right.
Then you got Mike Evans receiving targets, excuse me.
Okay.
Receiving targets is going for 9.
Mm-hmm.
I went over on that.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs, of course, you're going to win over that one already. He's going for 11 reception targets. He's definitely going to try to force him the ball. That's just what Josh Allen does, man. He forces him the ball regardless, man. So he's going to get over that regardless. And then Chris Godwin, I'm taking a chance on the under for reception targets. He's going for 8. Okay. I went under on that.
All right. Like I said, every Thursday, Quan and myself would definitely be giving you guys our takes on a couple of matchups for our prize picks. Again, well, like I said, if you want more information, also, like I said, a good community, sports community, definitely hit us up about JPG, but definitely love to give you guys the information. Love for you to join our JPG family, man. So, Quan, with the game getting close to kickoff, give me 3 players that you're looking forward to seeing tonight. It could be people on your ticket or 3 takes that you think are very important for tonight for whoever you think is going to win this matchup tonight.
Stephon Diggs, man. We just talked about Stephon Diggs. I mean, again, his route running is vicious. It's vicious, and it's very crisp. He gets in and out of his breaks fast as hell. I'm looking at Stephon Diggs. I'm looking at him to have a big game tonight. It don't matter who's lined up against him. It seems like he always just seems to, show up in the game. He's a big-time receiver. I'm looking for him to make some splash plays tonight, help out the Buffalo Bills. Then on the other side of the ball, we also talked about Mike Evans. I'm looking for Mike Evans to be Baker Mayfield's bailout receiver. Baker Mayfield might be under pressure tonight, so he's going to look for Mike Evans, of course. He's going to try to force him the ball. That's his main go-to. So I'm looking for Mike Evans to make Baker Mayfield out of those sloppy situations. And then I'm also looking at James Cook. James Cook, if he can get that ground game going, that can open up a lot for the pass game. So I'm looking at James Cook to be effective both in the run game and the pass game, man. So I think he's capable of doing that. I'm looking at those 3 for tonight.
All right, so I'm going to do a unit. With the Bills suffering with a lot of injuries on the defensive side, I know Von Miller has not been able to be unleashed. I'm really looking for that defense to get underneath Baker. When Baker is affected with pressure, Baker is trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think Sean McDermott, who I really miss in Carolina, is going to draw up some unique blitzes with this defense. They're going to get after Baker Mayfield tonight, I think. Also, Ken Dorsey, another coach from the Carolina Panthers. I want to see, can he finally get aligned with Josh Allen in his offense? can this offense click? They can put up points, but sometimes they falter. Look, like again, 2 games that we alluded to that they lost. Look at what they did with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They started out slow. Then, miraculously, they won a home game against the New York Giants on primetime, which I thought they should have lost that game with a flag being thrown. So that's number 2. And number 3 for me would be, can Rajon White and Todd Bowles and their offense get their running game to help Baker have the play action with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin tonight? I don't know. I don't know if they're utilizing him, because I know when he was with Bruce Arians, he was able to be utilized correctly. But also, you have to have a caliber offensive coordinator to help you with calling the right plays to open up your offense. So that's my 3 takes, which is Tampa Bay's run game, the Buffalo defense, and can Ken Dorsey and Josh Allen call a complete game tonight to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brock Purdy is hurt. Should I start? Thomas, you said Brock Purdy is hurt. Should I start Bryce or Adam? Adam Prescott.
Yeah, Adam Prescott.
I
mean,
go ahead, Quan.
Damn, bro, that Bryce is on to something, man. I'm
Bryce, there you go.
He's on to something, man. If you watch that Detroit game in Miami, yeah, we lost, but if you look at Bryce, he's kind of getting in rhythm. He's starting to get rhythm. He's starting to get comfortable. He found his connection with Adam Thielen. So expect that connection to continue. And then you got Thomas Brown, who's calling plays. Expect to see some kind of trickery, man. So I would take Bryce Young, but I don't know, man. Who's Prescott playing?
They play the Rams this weekend here in Dallas.
Yeah, he's going to have a couple picks. I mean, you're going to have to go with Bryce Young, man. Go with Bryce Young. I would go with him.
So with, like I said, anybody else got any questions? Over here, what's up, Dub? We love the comments. You can comment anything. We're going to read it. So if anybody else got any fantasy or anything, definitely, you good, T. Thomas. Like I said, definitely leave a comment for us. We'll read it off and give our expertise. We might be right. We might be wrong. With week 8 coming, I'm looking at the schedule. There's really not a game where it's stand out to me. But a game that I definitely love is the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. When they played the first time, Sam Howell and the Commanders
that was a good
almost
game,
beat Philly in overtime. And that's where Sam Howell got a lot of respect from his peers and from the NFL. For me, I think this game right here will either determine if Ron Rivera is fired mid-season or they just wait a couple more weeks to just see how this team goes. They are sellers right now at the trade deadline. They're trying to look at trading Sweat and Young. I think they're going to be very aggressive, but with aggressive, you can also make mistakes as well. Mm-hmm. I don't think Philly is exactly what everybody think I don't think they are. Yes, they beat Miami, but I would say a play that if Tyreek Hill did catch that ball where he dropped for a touchdown, I think that was a game changer right there that changed the momentum of that game. But I do think right now the NFL is open. I know Quan and I definitely did who's the best in the league right now. It's open. San Francisco has lost. We both said San Francisco. We saw what Dallas was able to do when their back was against the wall. Philly has won, but they haven't won cleanly. So I think that NFC East matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington Commanders is going to be a game that I'm going to keep my eyes on this weekend. Quan, you got another one?
I got 2 games that I'm looking forward to, man. I'm looking forward to the Cincinnati Bengals rolling into San Francisco. I think that's going to be a good game. Yes, Brock Purdy is questionable. He got a concussion, most likely not going to play. But that means my guy Sam Darnold is up next, man. Shout out to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had us on a roll late down in the season, late in the stretch last year, man. I'm rooting for Sam Darnold, man. I really am. I think he can get it done. I mean, the offense is very simple for Sam Darnold. All you got to do is dish it out to your playmakers. Let them do the rest of the work, man. I think Shanahan is going to put him in position to be successful. I'm rooting for Sam Darnold. And then you also got on the other side Joe Burrow, who's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch as well. and then Jamar Chase, who's my 1B favorite receiver in the league. So I think that's gonna be fun to watch. So yeah, man, shout out to the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Cincinnati Bengals. I'm about to say Cincinnati Buffaloes. What am I talking about? Anyway, and then of course my number 2 game, Panthers and the Texans, man. We're looking at the number 1 overall draft pick versus the number 2 overall draft pick. I think this is a game I was looking forward to like the most. Well, probably not the most, but one of the games I was looking forward to moving into the season, man. I was a big CJ Stroud guy coming into the draft. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but we just didn't end up getting CJ. I started to realize that towards the end, towards getting to the closer to the draft. So yeah, man, I'm just looking for us to be a good game, man. I mean, I'm looking for CJ to be contained. Hopefully we can, hold him to under 200 yards passing, man. But I'm not confident in that. I'm not even gonna hold you, man. I'm just looking for a good game. I want Bryce Young to outplay CJ. I really do, because if he don't, y'all gonna hear a lot of heat coming from Panthers fans, and it's already bad right now. It's already bad. We 0-6. Everybody been arguing with each other. So if we lose, Bryce Young lose to CJ Stroud, oh man, it don't matter how we lose. It's always, the story is gonna be straight up Bryce Young. Oh, we got the wrong person. We should have got CJ Stroud and da. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Regardless, I can't wait to see the number 1 pick versus the number 2. We only gonna see this every 4 years, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. We got ourselves a treat.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Chillin 7186. He said 3rd round is the best they can hope for because the team that trades from them will have to sign them long term at the end of the season. Talking about the Washington Commanders trading either Sweat or Chase. Yeah, we are happy for Sam. T. Thomas, and he said if we lose to CJ Stroud and the Texans, y'all gonna be concerned. That's actually one of our topics. Let me get one more game and then we'll go ahead and jump into it for you, T. Thomas. The Battle of MetLife. That's a game that I just looked at. The New York Jets versus the New York Giants. Quan and I saw a couple of fights when we were at the Saints game. If you do not think that there's not going to be any fights against the Jets and the Giants fan base, you're sadly mistaken.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I don't know if Daniel Jones is actually playing. Nate, I know that's you. I just read your name. I'm not sure if Daniel Jones is playing, but one person that has received a lot of criticism and the way that they won their last game, Zach Wilson and that defense is going to have to lead them out because no disrespect to Zach Wilson, but the locker room is torn on the decision-making of him. But I do think that game right there is going to be a defensive, ugly game. It's not going to be high scoring.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be ugly, man. It's going to be ugly.
It's going to be ugly, and I definitely think the Jets' defense is a lot better than the Giants' defense.
I will say, though, Tyrod Taylor been holding his own over there, man.
I would say this. I was upset with Tyrod Taylor because what happened was game management.
Yeah.
That for me, he's been balling, but when you have game management and you've been in the league and you've been a starter more than just one showing, you can't do what you did against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I do see the Buffalo Bills are actually about to be introduced to the crowd, so the game is about to kick off. Before we go into our last segment, Quan, go ahead and give me your prediction for tonight's score prediction, if you don't mind.
Tonight, I got the Buffalo Bills taking the win tonight. Maybe let's go with. I'm gonna go 23 Buffalo Bills, Tampa Bay 17.
I got 27-13 Bills myself. Again, I am counting on Ken Dorsey and Josh Allen to get this offense on track. The defense doesn't bother me. Sean McDermott knows how to adjust with the defense, and I think that's the reason why he did take over the defense this past offseason. So I'm definitely looking forward to the Bills getting back on track. It should be on a 2-game win streak, but again, starting a week off 0-0, then you're having that bye, kind of semi-bye going 1-0 in the week 8. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to. And as our guy T. Thomas has said right here in the comment, if we lose to C.J. Stroud and the Texans, y'all are going to be concerned. So our last topic that we're going to talk about before we get out of here is the matchup. C.J. Stroud versus Bryce Young. For me, I thought this game was going to be a primetime game.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be a noon Eastern kickoff, even alluding to possibly being a flex game in the afternoon where you can be game of the week. I know my guy Quan, like I said, if you guys have not subscribed to the Painters Experience, Uncle Quan, definitely. What's going on, CJ, man? Definitely appreciate you pulling up, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, I was over there with two fans in the stands this morning. We were talking about this matchup right here. I think a lot of fans are going to be upset if Bryce gets outplayed by CJ.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to play devil's advocate with that because I think Frank Wright, one of my favorite sayings, he's been talking out of both sides of his mouth. You said that we were high on CJ Stroud. That's not the case. Thomas Brown was high on CJ Stroud. And a point that I alluded to on two fans in the stand, if your offensive coordinator was high on a player, but you call plays for 6 games, it has me thinking, why didn't you just hand over the play calling to the player to the coach that wanted the player that we drafted? And that is Thomas Brown. And that's what also has me thinking Thomas Brown might be your new head coach for the Carolina Panthers. I'm sticking with that. I said that earlier at two fans in the stands. I don't know if anybody else has said it, but I am letting it know right now. Thomas Brown can possibly be our new head coach. I think the connection between Thomas Brown and Bryce Young, I love already. I definitely think there's going to be a lot of wrinkles, like Quan said earlier, in this particular game. But I'm also ready to see pregame that relationship between CJ and Bryce. They're best friends. I can't wait to sit here in the stands, see them embrace, laugh it. But when the kickoff, it's about beating that quarterback on the other side. Quan, what you got before I continue, man?
If you're asking if I'm gonna be concerned, no. No.
I'm not either.
I'm not emotionally invested in this team anymore. I mean, yeah, I'm excited to be in a game. A game atmosphere is very different. I just love being in the stadium. So I'm gonna definitely be excited to watch. But if we lose, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, dang, we should have beat it. Oh, dang, Bryce Young buzz. We should have got CJ." No, bro. Like I already know what's coming. If we lose, bro, I know the narrative. It's gonna be CJ Stroud should have been a pick and Bryce Young the buzz. We got the wrong person. I know what's up, man. I already know what's up. But personally, man, my expectations for this game, I want to see both quarterbacks just ball, and I want Bryce Young I want him to get this win and get his first win, especially at home. What better way to do that than coming off the bye, man? Like get the first home win, get the first win of your career, and then do it against a hot team. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for that, man. I'm looking for a competitive game, but I do want us to run away with it. I don't know, man. I don't know really what to expect from this game, especially with us having new play calling. But I know what I want, man. I want us to win. I want us to win. It'd be nice to see, but season don't really matter. I mean, it's season over with, so I'm not gonna be mad if we lose. I'm not gonna be concerned. So it is what it is, man. That's where I'm at with it.
I mean, for me, like I said earlier this morning, I think this is our first win. I think it gets the morale better in that locker room. Yeah. I think the morale around this fan base will be better because this matchup right here, even though we're not playing, a lot of fans, like Quan said, are emotionally involved in this game because a lot of people wanted CJ Stroud. Mm-hmm. But again, I'm alluding to the offensive coordinator that is calling plays on Sunday was high on Bryce Young. He wanted Bryce Young since he came to be our offensive coordinator. But another thing that I don't know if people have been listening to our pressers and the offense as a whole, the reason why Adam Thielen became a Carolina Panther was not because of Frank Wright. It was because of Thomas Brown. He said that in the locker room, whenever they opened the locker room up for reporters this past week, that it was just an innovative mindset, the energy and what he saw from Thomas Brown that made him say he believed in this man. I don't know, and I can't tell that they said there's going to be changes, but everybody just says anything just for the sake of it. So I think for us to beat CJ, one thing that he struggles with is pressure. Can Evero create chaos, create pressure to get out to CJ Stroud? CJ Stroud has struggled with that when he was at Ohio State, and it has also shown throughout the league when he's been in the league in his young career. When he is pressured, his mind tends to scramble. So one thing I need Evero to do is create chaos.
Yeah, he struggles getting out that pocket, man. At least quickly. He struggles to get out quickly, man. So if you bring pressure, keep him in the pocket. Yeah, we got his ass.
Yeah. For Bryce, one thing I am worried about is our offensive line. I know I'm not going. I hope I'm gonna talk over Quan if he says. I think he's gonna say Icky, Zavala, Bozeman, Corbett, and Taylor Moton will be fine. I'm not quite sure about Corbett yet. Coming off that ACL, that is a hard injury, but I think the bye came at the right time. I already see he want to say it. I'm not even gonna look at the camera. I don't want to see it, but one thing that I do think we need to do as well to help Bryce is run the ball. This offensive line is prone to run the ball. We were up 14-0 against Miami Dolphins. If you saw what we were able to do when we were running the ball and changing up the play call, Chuba brought that explosiveness. I do think that we need to have a two-headed back. Do not just force feed Chuba. That's where you're going to mess up. And I don't think Thomas Brown is going to do that as well. Another player that I think is definitely going to be involved with Bryce is Hayden Hurst. We saw what Hayden Hurst was able to do in the beginning of the season, and we got away from it. So for me, those are my two keys for the game right now. I know my guy Quan always drops a video. I'm not sure if he is yet. I know he's in the lab working on something, but I think if we get and apply pressure to Bryce, Lord Jesus, if we apply pressure to CJ Stroud and get him off his target, I think it's going to be a long day for him. And again, that crowd is going to be rocket loud. Like, it was loud for Monday night, but when you got two of your best players that ever put that uniform on, it's going to be loud. It's going to be loud. The weather's going to be fine. It's the fall. And like I said, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
CJ says consistency and adjustments.
Yes,
One
sir.
thing I've seen this coaching staff struggle with, I feel like we've been saying this shit for years now, but adjustments. Like Doug just said, like, we went away from the run game. We were doing that so well, and we were up. Why go away from it? I felt like it was very panicky. I don't know who made that decision, but I don't know. Consistency. Consistency is the key. Run with your game plan. If it don't work, make some adjustments and just pour it on, man. Like, let's get this thing going. We got to get this guy in rhythm. Speaking of Bryce Young, man, we got to get him in rhythm. But in order to do that, you got to establish a run game. We see that Chuba Hubbard has been more capable of carrying the ball way more than Miles Sanders, man. And I think with Miles Sanders being back in the lineup, I hope they don't force him the ball. I really do, man. But we got to use our running backs. We got to use Blackshear. We got to use Chuba Hubbard, use Miles Sanders here and there, man. So get the run game going, give him some different looks, and then get the play action going. Get Bryce Young rolling out of the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Make Bryce Young comfortable. Help this offensive line get going in the trenches, man. But at the end of the day, man, that's where the battle's going to be won, in the trenches. Don't count on Ike Ekwonu. I'm just go ahead and say that now. You're going to have to get some double teams on that left side to help out Bryce Young's blind side, man. Get Chuba Hubbard to chip off some blocks or something like that, man. But Ike Ekwonu is not going to be able to do it by himself, especially if you put Will Anderson over there. And that's what I would do. If I'm Houston's coach, I'm putting Will Anderson over there, and I'm sending extra pressure that way. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully he can hold up. But regardless, we're going to have to get our run game established and just be more creative with our play calling. We can't just keep going screen, dive over the middle. So thankfully, Frank Wright is not calling the plays, but some of that blame is on Bryce Young. Bryce Young can call those he can check out the plays from here and there. So hopefully, he's making the smart decisions, and we're actually showing some different looks this week. So that's what I'm looking for, man. Be more creative. Entertain me. You know what I'm saying? We done paid our money, so entertain me, man.
T. Thomas, I appreciate you that question. What about Will Anderson and the Texas defense? It's going to be a chess match between D'Amico Ryans and Thomas Brown. I think Thomas Brown would definitely try to showcase the reason why he was a head coach candidate. His first opportunity to be a head coach was an interview with the Houston Texans before they gave the job to DeMeco Ryans. I think that is a little bit of motivation for him to show Houston up. But DeMeco Ryans' defense is real. That Texas defense is real. They were able to get a couple of key pieces from the 49ers defense and be aggressive in free agency. What the freak, Baker? Boy, wait till you see this throw. Wait till you see this throw. Like Baker got scared.
Good old Baker, huh?
I told you if you apply
pressure to him, good. He is so disappointing. Yeah,
I told you if you apply that pressure to him,
he's ass. Akeem Ekwonu was ass, fam.
Yeah, Quan. Like I said, my guy Quan is one of the people that's on him. Again, I say he's young. He just needs more time. But at the same time, I understand the frustration. I think people are just saying that and are worried because that is Bryce's blind side, and they do not want our franchise quarterback to get hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, from his play, what he's been showing me, he's been getting beat since preseason.
Nice.
I mean, I'm waiting on the improvement. Yeah, he's young, but I'm seeing it now, and for what it is right now.
That was a nice throw by Baker. They're over the 50-yard line right now. They're past midfield. That was a great throw on a critical third down.
They brought pressure too, man. They brought a lot of pressure.
They did. So, like I said, I am going to pull it back up. Me and Quan are going to be out of here. We just did a short one. We try to keep our NFL takes under an hour or close to an hour. But on November 9th, we have a special day. On that day, Uncle Quan and myself will possibly be dropping more information here, possibly in the next week or the beginning of the week of the 9th, when we do play the Chicago Bears on Thursday Night Football. We will not have an NFL takes next week. Your guy is out of town. Definitely, like I said, if you guys have not subscribed to What's Up, Doug, definitely hit that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate everybody pulling up, leaving a comment. Again, if you have not subscribed to Uncle Quan's experience, the Panthers experience with Uncle Quan, definitely hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell over there as well. As I was pulling up, like I said, we will be at the game Sunday. Mm-hmm. If you do see us, stop by, say, hey, I love you guys, If there's something we can do, let us know. Me, Uncle Quan are definitely, we love criticism, even good or bad. Like I said, I cannot wait till I land on Saturday night to get back home. And like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to a good game. Hopefully get on the plane back home to Texas with a win. But other than that, man, Quan, what closing remarks you got, my guy?
Hey, like you said, man, expect some more content. Doug, shout out the channel, man. He shout out the Panthers Experience. That's my channel over there. If you guys head on over there, subscribe. We got more content coming your way. Me and Doug will be in the building at the Bank of America Stadium. Gonna bring you guys some reactions and all that good stuff, man. So you're gonna see us in the building having a good time. We're gonna commentate the game as it's going, just like we usually do on the channel. So be on the lookout for that. I got a film study coming very soon. We had a poll on the channel. People wanted to see more of Bryce Young film study. I got a short video coming very soon, so y'all stay tuned for that.
And we will be live. I told Quan, I will let you guys know what's up, Doug. I will be live in the stadium. We are in the lower bowl 100 level, so we're right on the sideline. So I will do a little bit of a live play-by-play. That's incomplete. That's not a phone, but that's incomplete. So definitely stay tuned for that. Again, we definitely appreciate the love over here. What's up, Doug? Yes, CJ. I'm gonna talk to him when I see him on Saturday.
I mean, look, man, again, I'm excited. I'm happy to be in the bank, man. I'm always happy. No matter what the record is, I'm always going to be happy to be in the building. But do I have faith? My faith left the building a long time ago, man. This season is over with. We get a win. What does it mean? Yeah, cool. Come, kumbaya, whatever, man. It's nice that we beat CJ Stroud, but I mean, hey, 1-6 still don't look that good, man. But hey, whatever, man. We get the win. That'll help my day go better.
It will.
It'll help my day go better, man.
But again, like we always say, what's up, Doug? We definitely appreciate everybody coming in. We definitely appreciate you guys supporting. Definitely appreciate you guys supporting my guy, Uncle Quan. Again, stay tuned for the content that we will be dropping. Great pun as well, man. And with that, we are out.